What happens when the most private First Lady in modern history takes on one of the loudest voices in daytime television? Brace yourselves, because Melania Trump just dropped a legal nuke on The View, and at the center of this firestorm is none other than Sunny Hostin. With a $100 million lawsuit on the table, careers are at stake, reputations are on the line, and the fallout. It's massive. Sunny Hostin, known for her sharp takes and unapologetic style, is now in the hot seat, and her future on The View is looking shakier by the second. But what exactly led to this? And how did Melania Trump, the famously reserved former First Lady, end up unleashing this explosive legal battle? Let's break it all down, because this is more than just celebrity gossip. This is about media responsibility, personal dignity, and, oh yeah, a lot of money. It all began with a segment on The View where the conversation took a sharp turn into dangerous territory. The topic: Melania Trump. And the comments? Let's just say they weren't exactly complimentary. Sunny Hostin and her co-hosts didn't hold back. From claiming Melania hates her husband to suggesting she doesn't even want to live with him, the remarks were as bold as they were personal. Oh, and let's not forget the claim that she hates Christmas and ruined the Rose Garden. I think she hates him. She doesn't want to be First Lady anymore. She destroyed the Rose Garden. These weren't just passing jabs. They were cutting, pointed, and broadcasted to millions. And the fallout was immediate.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the First Lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything to do with him. She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly.
Melania Trump, who's famously known for staying above the fray, decided enough was enough. Days after the episode aired, her legal team announced a $100 million defamation lawsuit against the hosts of The View. But why such a massive lawsuit? According to her team, these statements weren't just baseless. They were damaging. They claim the remarks have caused irreparable harm to Melania's reputation, both personally and professionally. This lawsuit is about more than just hurt feelings. It's about accountability. And Melania's decision to go after The View isn't just bold. It's unprecedented. Public figures rarely take this kind of direct legal action. But Melania? She's making a statement loud and clear. False narratives will not go unchallenged. Here's where things get messy for Sunny Hostin. Among all the hosts, it was Sunny who led the charge in criticizing Melania. Her comments were some of the most pointed and, according to many, the most inflammatory. And now, she's facing the backlash. Social media has erupted, with hashtags like #CancelSunny trending across platforms. Critics are calling her out for crossing the line.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that, a president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant.
While fans of The View are torn, did she go too far? Or is this just another case of free speech under attack?
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate? And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look, The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
Behind the scenes, rumors are swirling that ABC is feeling the heat. Reports suggest the network is weighing its options. with some insiders claiming Sunny could face suspension or even permanent removal from the show. This lawsuit isn't just about Melania or Sunny. It's about the media landscape as a whole. For years, The View has been a platform for heated debates and controversial opinions. But this case raises some big questions. Where do we draw the line between free speech and defamation?
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
Should public figures, even those as high profile as Melania, have the right to push back against personal attacks? And most importantly, does this lawsuit set a precedent for how media handles public figures in the future? If Melania wins, it could change everything. Media outlets might be forced to rethink their approach to controversial stories.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that won't come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yes.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
Talk show hosts might have to be more careful about what they say, especially when it comes to personal lives. Now, let's talk timing. Melania's lawsuit comes at a moment when Donald Trump is making headlines for his own legal battles. Some are speculating that this move is strategic, an effort to shift the narrative back to the Trump family in a way that feels more controlled. But whether or not this is part of a larger strategy, one thing is clear. Melania is no longer playing by the rules of silence. She's taking charge of her narrative.
Now you know who has been bragging all over the campaign trail about how he's the one that overturned Roe v. Wade. But apparently, his wife has different thoughts on the reproductive rights after posting this video plugging her memoir. Take a look.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And she's doing it in a way that's impossible to ignore. So, where does this leave Sunny Hostin? As ABC scrambles to contain the fallout, her future on the show is hanging by a thread. Will she issue a public apology? Will ABC take action to distance itself from the controversy? Or will Sunny double down and defend her comments? And then there's The View itself. With a lawsuit of this magnitude, the network could be facing serious financial and reputational damage. Could this lawsuit force the show to change its approach? Could it even lead to the cancellation of The View as we know it? This lawsuit is more than just a headline. It's a cultural moment. It's a wake-up call for media outlets and a reminder that even in the age of free speech, there are limits to what can and should be said. For Melania Trump, this is about reclaiming her dignity and setting the record straight. For Sunny Hostin and The View, it's about navigating the fine line between opinion and defamation. And for all of us watching, it's a chance to reflect on the role media plays in shaping public perception. So, what do you think? Is Melania right to take legal action? Or is this lawsuit setting a dangerous precedent for free speech? Should Sunny Hostin face consequences for her comments? Or is this all just a case of media sensationalism? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you.